Hey, good morning, everyone. Dennis K here, Belize Islands Real Estate. Hope you all are doing well today. Today is Tuesday, October the 13th. Just had my coffee this morning and got a little fire going in the fireplace. Of course, we're still in Switzerland. This is our last week here in Zermatt. And man, you know what? As the weather is turning colder, we are really, really looking forward to being able to get back to Belize. So thank you all who have been turning in your ideas and suggestions for the 21-day challenge. We've been compiling those, finalizing some of the things we're going to do. And we're so excited to take as many of you with us on that very, very exciting 21 epic days in Belize journey. But today I have a very special video for a couple of you. Some of my clients have been emailing me over the past couple of days looking for beachfront property, oceanfront property, and they're trying to decide if they're going to go with a oceanfront condo in one of these newer or existing complexes, or just buy a piece of vacant land and build their own beachfront home, or just look for an existing beachfront home. So what I'm going to do today is go through with you some of the pros and cons of each. And just to make myself very, very clear, I can't say I don't have an opinion on which is the best way to go, but it really boils down to your own personality, your budget, how you like to live, how you like to feel when you're in a place. And so I hope this video is going to give you some ideas and suggestions on which route might be the best for you and your family. All right, so let's begin. I'm going to do a share screen here, pull up my PowerPoint presentation, and boom. All right, so what I'm going to do now is just go through the pros and cons, including everything regarding rental income, budget, vibe, feel, location, all this kind of stuff regarding purchasing on your right-hand side of the screen, a condo, let's say somewhere like Royal Hall, or buying a piece of vacant beachfront property and having your own customized home built. So first of all, let's take a look at the condos. Why would a person want to own a beachfront condo in Belize? Well, there are many, many reasons for this. First of all, it's sort of like the most effortless, easiest way to own property on an island like Ambergris Caye, completely turnkey. You pay the purchase price, you pay your stamp tax and closing cost. They provide the furniture package, they do all the management, they handle all the rentals. Literally, you do nothing. When you want to use your place, you fly down, you put the key in the door, you open the door, and voila, you're in your island property. All right. Now, that comes with a cost, right? This type of turnkey service, for example, at a resort like this that has a restaurant on site, a pool, a full-time management team, housekeeping, all of that, that all comes at an initial price, right, when you purchase the property, but it also comes with ongoing costs because that sort of luxury and service isn't cheap, right? So let's take a look at the purchase price on some of these nice two-bedroom oceanfront condos in a great location on the island of Ambergris Caye. Here's the actual price list that I pulled off the website. So you see there's different units here depending on what floor they're on. For example, you have the ground floor, which we would call the first floor, and then second, third, and fourth floors. They have a combination of 1, 2, and 3 bedrooms available. Let's just take the 2 bedrooms as an example. 2 bedrooms tend to go between 1,408 and just under 1,500 square feet. And these are the prices. So let's see, first floor, just under 600,000, 598,000 for this unit. Sea view, see difference between sea front and sea view. Now pay attention to that. Sea view means you have a view of the sea from your unit. Sea front means it's actually on the seafront. So let's just take a look at sea fronts as a comparison. So we have 600,000 here, 624,000 here. Let's see, seafront 568 for a 2-bedroom. All right, that's a pretty good deal. Sea view 821 for a sea view. Let's get back up to the seafront. Seafront. Okay, looks like some of the seafronts have been sold, but you can see some of the cheapest units available are in that, say, 552 to 600 range. So let's just split the difference. Let's say you go with a unit that costs 575,000. Now You do have to also pay your stamp tax and closing cost on this purchase price. So example, you can see right here, stamp duty is 8% and closing costs are 2%. So that adds 10% to the value or to the overall purchase price. So let's add the 10%. So you're looking at a total of 632,500 for a nice 2-bedroom, 2-bath unit right on the ocean, full service. All right. Now, what are your expenses after that? Well, you're going to have HOA fees. I didn't see the HOA fees here, but they're probably going to be in the $400 a month range. That's going to be about $5,000, $6,000 a year, depending on all the costs. Plus, you're just going to have your own utilities, right? So you're going to pay for your own electric, cable, internet, water, things like that, just as you would if you owned your own home. Now, this is very important to take a look at. How does the rental pool work? Well, at a lot of these places, they have a 60-40 split, meaning for every $100 that is brought in for a nightly rental, you get $60, the rental company gets 40. Now, what they take that 40 for is they handle a lot of the booking expenses, the check-in, check-outs, they manage the client when they're on property. They may even have a marketing budget in there. So that 60-40 split is significant, but that means you don't have to do anything, right? You buy the unit, put it in the rental pool, and you get the 60-40 split. They also have some housekeeping charges, things like that. Now, what are the pros of buying one of these units? Well, again, it's turnkey, right? It's just they come fully furnished, right? Turnkey. You don't have to worry about anything. You do have to worry about maintenance and repairs because with a condo, things do break down, right? So as time goes by, there's going to be capital expenditures in the resort. Sometimes there's going to be needing continuous things like, well, let's just say 1 year the roof needs to be replaced or the buildings need to be painted, right? Every several years they need to repaint the buildings. Well, that needs to come out of your own pocket, you and the rest of the owners. So there is still maintenance involved in a condo, but for a carefree Caribbean living, in other words, you come and go as you please, and you don't have to worry about cutting the grass, anything like that. It's completely set for you. It's a wonderful, wonderful place, right? But again, you're going to pay for that. So 632,000. Keep that number in mind. Now let's go to another option. Completely different vibe, completely different feel, and that is buying a piece of vacant beachfront and having your own custom home built. So for example, you can buy some land between 150,000 up to say 350 for a nice piece of beachfront right on the Caribbean Sea. Now you're going to pay stamp tax and closing cost only on the land, not on the house bill. I'll explain why as we move forward. So you're going to have between 5 and 8% stamp tax, 2% closing cost, and then you decide what type of home you want built. For example, you can have this jib style house here built for about 175 complete, or you can have a beautiful 2-story modern 3-bedroom home built off grid, maybe somewhere around Secret Beach. That home build there will cost you about 480,000. Why so much? Well, solid concrete, comes with its own pool. It's got a massive solar package because it is off grid. So just an American style energy use home, really beautiful home. Or if you just want to go really cheap, get yourself something built by Premier Homes in the mainland, shipped over, installed on the island. You're looking at a maximum of 110,000. Now, what are the benefits to having your own home on the ocean? Well, first of all, no HOA fees. All right. So you're not going to pay the $400 a month towards the HOA. Also, you're not going to have any management splits, none of this 60-40 stuff. So if you want to rent it out on Airbnb or have another on-island property management company handle the rental for you, they're going to take some money, of course, but you're in charge. You decide. You can have a caretaker living on site that handles all that. You can do it yourself, whatever you want to do. You have the freedom. So that leads me to this next point regarding rental freedom. And most of the time, when you buy a condo at some of these larger resorts, all rentals have to go through their management company, and it really ties your hands as far as what you can do renting it out. With having your own home and your own rental freedom, you can cut deals, you can include things that maybe other Airbnbs don't to drive traffic and rentals to your unit. Also, when you're on site, when you're living there for the 6 months a year or maybe full time, you have more privacy, right? There's nobody above you, to the side of you, below you. You're not in a resort that is catering to overnight guests. So you don't have maybe, I don't know, just a lot of noise from people partying, maybe late into the evening, maybe having a lot of screaming kids in the pool. It's just a completely different vibe. So imagine the difference, right? You wake up, if you're a people person, when you wake up in the morning, you might want to grab your coffee, head down to the pool, and you do a little chit chat with some of the local guests who are staying there. But if you're more of a private person, you like to have your coffee in the morning and dead quiet, just watching the sun come up, looking at the birds singing in the front yard. So completely different vibe. Now, what are the cost differences? Well, remember, 632,000 was the cost for a 1,500 square foot condo, all right, fully furnished in a larger resort, very, very packed in, not much privacy. If you go with a home like this, and I'm going to show you some videos here in a minute to show you just why this is a really cool option. For example, if your land cost 150, and I'm going to show you how to get a lot for 150, your stamp tax and closing cost are about 15,000 on that. So your total land investment would be 165,000. The Jib house, which I'm going to show you a video on, is going to be about 175 complete. If you add some furniture, some nice landscaping, you're up to about 20,000. And if you want to put an optional pool, you're at 375,000. All right. So what is the cost difference on that? Well, you take 632 for the condo minus 375 is $257,000 of savings, right? That's pretty significant. But here's the thing. When you go to sell that condo that you purchased for 632, you're going to have to get quite a bit more than that just to break even, because the day you buy it, you've already paid now your closing costs, your stamp tax. Now, if you go to sell it, the real estate agent on island doesn't want to get their fees, right? So now you have to add that on top. And do you really think you'll be able to find a buyer for your condo? And the reason I mentioned that is this: if we go back to the availability here, this project has been for sale for some time now, for I'm going to say quite a couple of years, right? A couple of years at least. Look at the amount of things that say pending contract to the amount that say sold. Very few units have sold. So let's say you buy this unit here for 600,000, you got 660 into it. Do you think you'll find a buyer for it at 700, right? In the next year, 2 or 3, let's say you want to sell. You're getting up there in price point now where people are going to be paying 700, 750, $800,000 for a 2-bedroom condo. They're going to look seriously at what else can I get for my money? If I'm a multimillionaire and I have, let's say, $800,000 budget, would I prefer to go into something like this in the year 2022, 2023, or would I prefer my own beachfront home? All right, just something you got to think about. So that being said, let's take a look at a couple of videos that I want to show you. First of all, I'll do a screen share on this lot that I found. All right, so where is it here? There it is. All right, so not by listing. So this one is listed by Josh at Ambergris Seaside Real Estate, a great agent that I do a lot of business with. So this is a beachfront parcel on South Ambergris Key. It is a direct beachfront Caribbean Sea view parcel. All right, it is 50 feet wide by 100 feet deep. It does have road access. Power is absolutely coming to the area. So we expect in the next 12 months, power to reach this area, which is fantastic. Direct ocean views. All right, there's the lot right there. You see it's right on the Caribbean Sea. All right, annual property taxes on it are $105,000. This has the list price of $160,000. Oops, you guys seeing this? Hang on, guys. I don't think you're seeing this. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. All right, there we go. Let's start over here. All right, Ambergris Seaside Real Estate. Here is the map showing its parcel number 82, 50 feet wide by 100 feet deep, direct Caribbean frontage with road access. Power is coming. This shows the annual property taxes at $105 a year. All right. List price is $160, but I was told today that price is going to drop to $150. So today being October 13th, Tuesday, October 13th. All right. So this is a fantastic beachfront lot. You get free and clear title, full ownership, and your property taxes are very low. With a house on there, you're probably looking at property taxes being maybe $300, maybe $325 a year. Now, as far as what exactly to build in the property, let me show you this 55-second video of what Armando Granell can build you on that beachfront property for around 175,000 US. Let's roll the video. All right. So.
Hey there, guys. Will Mitchell here. I'm coming to you live today from the beautiful island of Ambergris.
Hang on a second.
For those of you that don't know me, I'm the...
There we go. Let's get back to my Zoom here. All right, guys. Excellent. Very good. So that's what you can have built. Now, again, I made this video specifically for 2 clients of mine yesterday who are reaching out saying, you know, Dennis, what should I buy? This is my budget. So here's what I would do. If you had $632,000 to spend, you know what? It's going to be about $650,000. So about $650,000 is your budget to spend. I personally, we just go back to my PowerPoint presentation. I would do this deal. I would buy that property and have this house built, put a little pool on there. I would spend $375,000. All right. And then you're left with $275,000. Now, what would I do with the $275,000? Here is where I would get really creative and invest in mortgages in Belize. I would go out and try to find properties that were undervalued, and the people had a reason to sell. They need to sell. They need to sell quick. They need cash. So I would look for properties. In fact, I wouldn't even take the whole 275. I would maybe take 150 of it, and I would look to buy 2 or 3 properties that I could get really good deals on, and then turn around and flip them with seller financing using the 10-10-10 program, 10% down, 10% interest for 10 years. So, you know, let's say, you know, we invested the 150 in vacant land, and we were able to sell for at least 50% markup. So at 75, so now we have $225,000 in mortgages, making 10% interest a year. So 10% is $22,500 a year. So that's what I would do. Now you can say, well, how does that interest compare to the rental returns on a condo? That's a subject for another video. But let me just tell you this. Most condo developers are promising very high rates of returns. Don't believe them. I've never seen the numbers come true with what they've projected ever. If they say they're getting 8 to 10%, ask for proof. If they say, well, you know, COVID-19, you say, no, show me the numbers before COVID-19. Were they 8 to 10%? If not, you know, why? Because most condos that are renting out very well in some of these larger resorts, if they're making 4.5%, 5% net profit a year, that's good. I mean, net profit is after all expenses, right? So after HOA fees, property taxes, everything, they're netting 4.5%, 5% a year. A home like this on the beach, this will rent much better. For example, which one would you rather rent if price was the same, right? So if both are renting for $250, $300 a night, would you rather have a condo on the ocean for a week's vacation with you and the family, or your own private home, your own private pool? I think you know which one I'd go with. But then again, that's just me. All right, guys, take care, man. Have a great day. Hope this video made sense to you. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, if you'd like to explore this option of buying land and building, or if you just want to explore the option of buying a beautiful turnkey condo, let me know. Be able to help you out, try to give you some good advice, and try to make it a win-win-win for all of us. All right, guys, take care. Have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon.